Please stand for the presentation of colorings and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the National Anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We gather here today to honor the men and women who have served in our nation's military. This day is a time to reflect on the courage, sacrifice, and dedication of those who defended our freedoms and values. Will the veterans in attendance today please stand up? We would like to take this time to say thank you. We please welcome Ms. Casey Jones.
My name is Casey Jones, and I'm president of our student council. First of all, I'd like to offer our gratitude on behalf of the administration, staff, and students to all of our veterans here today. We appreciate your service, sacrifice, and dedication to our country. Secondly, I would like to thank the University of the Cumberland's Color Guard for being here with us today. Thank you for being a part of our ceremony. I would now like to introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Valerie Kelly. Ms. Kelly, we appreciate your willingness to be here and speak with us today. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Valerie Kelly.
Good morning. Today, we celebrate the veterans and recognize all who have served our nation with honor and distinction. Veterans have earned our undying gratitude, and we will never forget their sacrifices. We honor all who answered the call to serve. Army veterans have a positive impact on their communities, and their service equips them with valuable skills and experiences. By sharing their positive experiences in the military, veterans can educate the public and encourage the next generation to serve. The U.S. Army values and cares for its veterans both during and after their service. In fact, about half of the civilians working in the Army are veterans. Duty to our country is one reason people want to serve in the Army. It opens a path to life of service. The U.S. Army offers diverse opportunities for rewarding and dynamic careers in service. Army soldiers can choose from a wide range of jobs and careers. They make lifelong connections. These experiences make them valuable contributors to the organizations and communities once they retire. Currently, only 1% of our nation serves in the military, and 61% of those who serve are more likely to have been exposed to military life through friends and family. It's an indicator that veterans have first-hand knowledge of the benefits of military career and can bridge the gap between those who are familiar with military life and those who have never considered the military as a career. If you are a veteran, I encourage you to share positive stories about your service. Veteran stories connect Americans with the Army value, service, and inspire the next generation to serve. For nearly a century, we have observed Veterans Day on the anniversary of the armistice that ended the fighting along the Western Front in World War I on November the 11th, 1918. In 1938, Congress made Armistice Day an official annual national holiday. In 1954, its name was changed to Veterans Day. While Memorial Day is a time to remember those who died in the service of their country, Veterans Day is a time to remember all those who have served, past and present. Many of our surviving veterans are members of what we call the all-volunteer force. For those unfamiliar with the military, when we say we are an all-volunteer force, we don't mean that soldiers are not paid for their work. We mean that soldiers choose to serve. In the Army, you earn a paycheck and countless other valuable financial and educational benefits. Yet, more than that, the Army sets the conditions for being part of a close-knit community, held together by In the Army, we consider our greatest asset to be our people. Our all-volunteer Army is a credit to all Americans, races, genders, and creeds. Our common commitment is to the defense and the love of the country that binds us together and unifies us. That goes to the heart of what it means to be an American. As a nation, we must ensure that the service and sacrifice of our veterans is never overlooked or forgotten. The Army believes that every soldier is a soldier for life and is committed to removing the barriers to their success both in and out of the Army. In the United States, we have about 18 million veterans who have served, and about 7% of the adult population. Their service spans World War II to our latest conflicts in the Middle East. On Veterans Day, we honor the brave men and women from all walks of life who have stepped forward to defend our nation throughout our history. The U.S. now has the largest population of young veterans since World War I. We owe it to these men and women to make sure that the transition from active duty careers with the skills and experience to find meaningful employment. Regardless of the military branch in which our veterans have served, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, this day belongs to them. Generations of patriots for the last 149 years have dedicated themselves to the defense of our country and make us stronger and most resilient as a nation. Soldiers live by the Army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They do not leave behind these values and skills when they transition to civilian life, maintaining a lifelong identification with the Army. Soldiers are not former soldiers. They are soldiers for life. By telling their personal Army stories, they help connect the public with the Army. The Army Soldier for Life program works in communities across the country to create opportunities for our soldiers, veterans, and families, and encourages veterans to remain connected to the Army. Right now, all around the country, our Soldiers for Life and veterans from other services are teachers, doctors, engineers, social workers, community leaders, first responders, and elected officials. They continue to serve our communities by making positive contributions, building stronger futures, and inspiring future generations. Our nation's veterans throughout our history have kept us free. Today, we say thank you to all of them. Thank you for inviting me here today, and to our veterans, thank you for your service.
Hi, my name is Private First Class Stevens. I'm a student here at Williamsburg and also a member of the Army National Guard. On behalf of myself and Williamsburg City School, I would like to thank you for your selfless service and sacrifice you have made for our country. To show our appreciation, we've made a short video showing you exactly what Veterans Day means to us here at Williamsburg. Again, thank you for your service. What's your name?
Asher Ellis,
What grade are you in?
7th.
So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
It means that you respect the people that's been in the military and just different branches.
All right. If you could share one message with people about why Veterans Day matters, what would you want them to know?
Probably just to respect them and just tell them how proud you are and how much you respect them, and just telling them thank you.
All right.
My name is Casey Jones, and I'm a senior here at Williamsburg.
Okay. So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day is the day that I set aside myself to remember and honor all the veterans in my life and just all the veterans that go out and fight for us.
Okay. How do you usually like to spend Veterans Day each year?
If I'm here at school, I love to get the kids that I tutor to do activities for Veterans Day, so just way they know what Veterans Day means, and it can just be something special for here at school.
Right. If you could share one message with people why Veterans Day matters, what would you want them to know?
I want them to know that the veterans always do more than what we think that they do, and that it's always important to be respectful and thankful for them.
What's your name?
Bella Jeffrey,
What grade are you in?
7.
So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
It means like I should respect the ones that have served for our country.
And if you could share one message with people about why Veterans Day matters, what would you want them to know?
I would want them to know that they should respect who have served for our country.
What's your name?
Kendra,
What grade are you in?
3rd.
So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
That we thank the people who fought for us.
My name is Herman Canada. I'm a senior here at Williamsburg.
All right. So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day means giving thanks to those who went and fought for their country and served this country to help us stay safe.
And how do you usually honor Veterans Day?
I usually get together with some of my family members who were veterans, and I just try to help them enjoy their day.
All right. Thank you. What's your name?
Jonah,
All right. And what grade are you in?
3rd.
So why do you think we celebrate Veterans Day?
To honor the people who was in the military.
What's your name?
Todd Mattingly,
What's your role here at Williamsburg?
teacher and coach.
So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day is a celebration of people who have served our country in the military in some capacity, whether it's war or just as support.
Okay. If you're comfortable, could you tell us a little bit about how your own experience in the military or knowing somebody who has served shaped the way you think about Veterans Day?
Well, I mean, my own personal experiences, it obviously helped me grow up a lot, which I needed.
Yep.
And then, but also, I've had multiple family members who have served in combat and non-combat missions. I'm named after a Vietnam vet. My uncle died in Vietnam. I'm actually named after him. So that means a lot to my family because it was very traumatic for my mom, it's her brother, and so it really changed the dynamic of her family, you know.
Right.
And so Veterans Day obviously means a lot because all my brothers, my father, you know, we now have two daughters in the military too.
So how do you usually like to honor or spend Veterans Day?
We actually have a family tradition. We go to Golden Corral.
Okay.
You know, on Veterans Day because they give, you know, free meals to veterans on there. By the way, something million veterans go to Golden Corral on Veterans Day.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Mike Abbott. I'm the facilities director here at City School.
What does Veterans Day mean to you?
It's a time of honor of folks family, friends that have spent time in the military, sacrificed, been sent other places to protect the choices that we get in this country.
Okay. So if you're comfortable, could you tell us a bit about how your own experience in the military or knowing somebody who has served shaped the way you think about Veterans Day?
I personally didn't serve, but both grandfathers, both in World War II, one in Korea, my college roommate, been friends for 30 years. He served in Iraq, went through some pretty intense situations in there. So it's important to me to support them and what they went through and what they gave us, the time they spent, time away. I couldn't imagine being a 17-year-old kid and being sent to a World War II, or even a 25-year-old man, been married for 3 weeks, sent to Iraq to run over an IED 3 weeks after being there.
Right.
So it's a lot to process for people.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Right. So what's your name?
I'm Andrea Winchester.
What's your role here at Williamsburg?
I'm assistant principal for the high school.
So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day means to me, it's a day that you show respect and thankfulness. It's really about thankfulness and thanking veterans about their service and they're the reason why we have our freedoms that we do have. So I think it is about respecting the veterans and making sure that they know that you're thankful for them.
And how do you like to spend or honor Veterans Day?
I've not done it in a couple of years, but on Veterans Day and Memorial Day, which I know Memorial Day is more for the past, but my husband and I like to take flags and we'll go find veterans in the cemetery and we'll put flags on their graves.
Okay. So if you could share one message with people about why Veterans Day matters, what would you want them to know?
I'll say this. Until I got with my husband, I was patriotic, but I wasn't very aware. And he's taught me just by actions to thank your service members. And so what I mean by that is not just your young kids, like you going into the military, thanking you for your service, but these older gentlemen out here that have been in the military. Anytime I see them with they wear their hats, they'll wear military hats a lot, whether it's whatever branch or war. A simple shaking their hand and saying thank you almost brings them to tears.
Yeah.
They are so thankful. It's insane how thankful they are whenever you actually just shake their hand and say thank you for your service.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.